Loi Krathong takes place on the evening of the full moon of the 12th month in the traditional Thai lunar calendar. Because of this, the exact date of the festival changes every year. In the Western calendar, the festival usually falls in the month of November. Loi Krathong is a Thai term which refers to a cut section of banana trunk decorated with flowers, banana leaves, candles, incense, and a stick called a krathong. The word loi means to float in the Thai language. When put together, the two terms simply mean floating banana trunk festival. Modern krathong are mostly made out of bread or styrofoam, but styrofoam krathong are sometimes not allowed as they pollute the water and they don't decompose. Bread krathong are much more environmentally friendly as they are biodegradable and in most cases eaten by fish. A krathong is decorated with elaborately folded banana leaves, 3 incense sticks, a candle, a small coin is sometimes included as an offering to the river spirits. On the night of the full moon, Thais launch their krathong on a river, canal, or pond, making a wish as they do so. The floats are thought to have been introduced in Chiang Mai in 1947. And have since been incorporated into Thai culture. Government offices, corporations, and other organizations launch large decorated krathong. There are competitions for the best of these large krathong. Beauty contests often accompany the festivals, and firework displays also are common. Loy Krathong is a festival celebrated annually throughout the Kingdom of Thailand and the nearby countries, with significant southwestern Thai cultures. Name could be translated as to float, a ritual vessel or lamp, and comes from the tradition of making krathong or buoyant decorated baskets, which are then floated on a river. Many Thais use krathong to thank the goddess of water, the Hindu goddess Ganga. The 4 components of a krathong are symbols of Buddhism. The candle is a symbol of knowledge and wisdom. The joss stick is a symbol of purity and sympathy. The flower represents the respect of monks who are the disciples of Buddha. And the worship item is used to make merit for deceased ancestors. Strands of hair, nail clippings, or even bits of clothes that one doesn't use anymore are often put into the krathong to get rid of negative influences of the past. Coins are often added to the krathong to bring wealth and as a way of making merit. For the romantic at heart or young couples, Loi Krathong is the time to make a wish for happiness together. Loi Krathong is said to have begun in the Sukhothai kingdom by a lady of the court named Nophamat. However, it is now known that the Nophamat tale comes from a poem written in the early Bangkok period. According to King Rama IV, writing in 1863, it was a Brahmical festival that was adapted by Thai Buddhists in Thailand to honor the Buddha. The candle venerates the Buddha with light, while the krathongs floating away symbolizes letting go of one's hatred, anger, and defilements. People sometimes cut their fingernails or hair and place these clippings in the krathong as a symbol of letting go of past transgressions and negative thoughts. Located in central Thailand, Sukhothai is believed to be the birthplace of Loi Krathong and is still one of the best places to experience this joyous festival. Loi Krathong in the Sukhothai region is celebrated for 5 days. In addition to magical floating lights, there are beauty contests, parades, folk music performances, and light and sound shows. Nearly all of the festivals take place in Sukhothai Historical Park in the Old City. If you want to see Loi Krathong in Sukhothai, remember to book hotels well ahead of time, as it is a popular destination with limited hotel space. Outside of Thailand, this festival is celebrated under different names, including in Myanmar as Donzi Dazondang Festival, Sri Lanka as the Full Moon Poya, China as the Lantern Festival, and Cambodia as Bon Tok. There are beauty contests that accompany the festival known as Nophamat Queen Contest. According to a legend written in a poem, Nang Nophamat was a consort of the 13th century Sukhothai king, and she was reputedly the first to float a decorated raft. However, this tale may have been invented in the early 19th century. There is no evidence that Nang Nophamat ever existed. Instead, it is a fact that a woman of this name was the leading character of a novel released at the end of the reign of King Rama III, around 1850. Her character was written as a guidance for all women who wish to become civil servants. Loi Krathong may have originated in the Khmer Empire. At Banyan, a temple built by King Jayavarman VII in the 12th century, there are depicted scenes of Loi Krathong carved into the temple wall. Based on a bas-relief on the upper level, there is a depiction of a queen on a boat floating a Krathong in the river, and 6 other royal concubines are depicted below, some of which are holding Krathong at the riverbank. The relief depicted is similar to the tradition as practiced in present-day Cambodia, Thailand, and other Southeast Asian countries. Kelantan in Malaysia celebrates Loi Krathong similarly, especially in the Tumpat area. The Malay Ministry of Tourism recognizes it as an important attraction for tourists. Recently, it has been acknowledged that Loi Krathong in Thailand may have roots in the festival of Kartik Purnima, celebrated in the eastern state of Odisha in India. This festival is called Bhotia Bandhana, which is observed on the full moon of the Kartik month, which corresponds to October or November in the Odia calendar. Odisha being part of the ancient Kalinga, which had a strong maritime trade relation with Southeast Asia, may have been brought to the region by these traders. Often, swarms of sky lanterns are launched into the air. Kom loi are made from thin fabric such as rice paper, stretched over bamboo or a wire frame, to which a candle or fuel cell is attached. When the fuel cell is lit, the resulting hot air is trapped inside the lantern and creates enough lift for the kom loi to float into the sky. According to the Bangkok Post, the association of lanterns with the November festivities is a relatively recent phenomenon, dating back to the first decade of the 21st century, when introduced by local tourism authorities. Because they are a hazard to passing aircraft and can cause damage to important places in areas such as the Grand Palace, temples, and governmental offices, kom loi are increasingly subject to governmental restrictions. In Chiang Mai, authorities canceled 78 flights in and out of Chiang Mai Airport on the 3rd and 4th of November 2017. Another 79 flights were rescheduled. Despite those measures, the remains of more than 100 lanterns were later found on airport premises. In Bangkok, the public are prohibited from using fireworks and sky lanterns entirely. Violators may face 3 years imprisonment and or a fine of 60,000 baht. 190 piers on the Chao Phraya River will be open to the public to float their krathong. In 2018, up to 158 flights were canceled or rescheduled at 3 airports in and around Bangkok. During the festival, some also decorate their houses, gardens, and temples with gom phai, intricately shaped paper lanterns which take on different forms. Gom tu are lanterns which are carried around hanging from a stick. Gom gawin are the hanging lanterns, and gom periwat, which are placed at temples and which revolve due to heat of the candle inside. The most elaborate celebrations can be seen in Chiang Mai, the ancient capital of the former Lanna Kingdom, where now both Loi Krathong and Yi Ping are celebrated at the same time, resulting in lights floating on the waters, lights hanging from trees, buildings, or standing on the walls, and lights floating in the sky. The tradition of Yi Ping was also adopted by certain parts of Laos during the 16th century. Loi Krathong is celebrated all over Thailand. You can go and enjoy the festival almost anywhere in the country where there is water. However, there are certain places which hold festivals in much bigger scale. The biggest celebrations are held in Sukhothai, Chiang Mai, and Bangkok. This concludes our look at this important Thai holiday. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you ever find yourself in the Kingdom of Thailand, please consider visiting this wonderful festival. If you found this video entertaining or informative, please give us a like and subscribe. Also, if you would like to help support us, please find our link to our Patreon page below. Please follow our affiliate links in the description for hotel, travel, and car rentals. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you would like us to cover any places or topics relating to Thailand or Southeast Asia, please ask and we will try to accommodate you as quickly as possible. Until next time, thanks for watching.